First of all, this is a brand new tool to me. Chris Cute took his time, and I appreciate that, to walk me through how to use this thing and how to handle it. So, you know, I've got a little bit of insight on that, and my usage will not reflect him, I guarantee it. I am very new to jointer, but not to the concept. I've had Tablesaw jigs and different types of jigs. I've seen all sorts of kinds of jigs, like router jigs and, you know, all sorts of ways of jointing pieces, making a single flat bandsaw, and then squaring off that reference. First of all, I'm going to clean off a face. I do have a face pretty flat here, but I want to flatten the face completely because it's a long face, and then that'll allow me to reference off my fence and give me a 90 on the bottom that I'm going to want to straighten. So that's my thought process in doing this. You're going to notice a lot of chips. I don't have a air system yet, a duct system. This surface is relatively flat as it is. It has a bump right here in it. So I'll run this through until that bump goes away, until that's flat. Alright, so let's double check our surface. Make sure we got the right surface we're going to bring down, in the right direction we're going to come. We don't want to go against the grain, but my first approaches are actually to deal with the thickness, so I'm going to reference off the front. Once it passes the blade, I'm going to reference off the front the entire way, and that's going to catch whatever it catches along this way. But this thicker part here will get trimmed off. You'll hear a gap where it doesn't hit anything. And then slowly that'll become one full pass, and then we know we're flat. So from the back end, it starts lifting at about 39 inches. I can cut it off safely at 39 inch. I'll use that as like a bowl or something. I'll turn that as a plate or something. And plus it's cracked to worst here anyway. So I'll cut it off at 39, even 38, just to get rid of the crack completely almost. So now that I have it relatively flat, it's just one corner here that's not completely flat. I'm going to run this through the planer until I get these faces parallel to each other, because I don't want to lose any more thickness on this. It's looking like that's all I'm going to have as of now. There she is. We're going to turn her on, and we're going to get her. Thanks for coming out today, folks. Some parallel surfaces. Let's go ahead and joint one of the sides, and then we'll bring out the beauty of this beast. Alright, so you'll notice it's hitting it, zip, and then zip is because it's a big U. So, you know, we'll get there. We'll get there. I like to let a little sawdust build up in front here. What happens is it blocks the rest of the sawdust from coming and getting in my surface so that I can get without any dust in there, a reference flat off the face and nothing obstructing it, making it off, right? So anyway, and I'm pushing against this fence and pushing forward. Once this piece passes, keep it on the outfeed table as you should. Let's get her done. Get her done now! So there, the whole piece is on the cast iron, and well, it's pretty jointed. Okay, so with the two faces being parallel to each other and the one side squared to a face, we now only have one side left to square up or parallel with the opposite face. And to do that, we're going to come on the table saw here, and now we have this one last rough edge here. Everything else is nicely square. It's a sharp edge. I mean, maybe it's off a little bit, but I mean, like, there's no rock in this. It's fantastic. Love having a freaking jointer. So anyway, I'm freaking blasted with that tool. It changes everything. So I'm going to raise the blade up, and it comes just a blade ahead. So usually I like to come just above the piece, but in this case where it's a thicker piece, I like to give the teeth a little bit of, I call it extraction room, where I could throw the you know, the wood chips. How many wood chips can a saw blade chuck? That kind of thing. So now what we're going to do here is set our fence to as wide as possible. I love how flat that is to the fence. That's fantastic. It's fantastic. So we get that as close as we can. The aim here is if we get halfway through and the blade doesn't cut anything, we did great. Because what we'll do is we'll bring the fence in another just smidgen, or however much it looks, until we finally make a full blade contact all the way across. So let's go ahead and do it. I don't know. I don't write scripts for this stuff. Don't judge me. this right here. So now we got ourselves a nice curly, what do we got, 5 5/8, you know, measuring exactly the same across the entire length, exactly the same. Let's go ahead and measure it this way, right 40, and okay, now remember this, we cut this end on, we're gonna have to square up the ends, I forgot. So let's go do that before we get all crazy on this piece. Even more, even more, even more, even more. Cutter him out there. All right. Now on what we've got here is what we've got here. 39 1/4. 39 1/4. Okay, let's go for width. Okay, 1 5/8 in a line. Yeah, I know. I miss millimeters. I need my millimeter measurement tools back. Same thing, 5/8 in a line. 5/8 in a line. I know I'm adding a 1/16. It's half of that. I don't know what it is. Something around there. Alright folks, so this is my new style. I'm just winging it like every day whenever I get in the shop. I'm going to do some recording. And then as soon as I get time to edit and pop it out, there it goes. And it's just going to be piece by piece of what I'm doing. I'm going to try and keep continuity to it. I do want you to like follow along my projects and see the end result and stuff. But sometimes I don't keep recording because I get lost in like this like path that I need to find for the project or whatever it is. I ignore the camera and I forget about the camera and I just lose myself in my projects and, well, I don't get some, footage done. It's like if I would have did the footage, I wouldn't have done the part that I need to get done. So, sometimes there's that. So you're going to miss those things, but I'll take pictures in between and stop and explain things and, keep you in the dark. And if you have any questions at all, you go right on down to them comments down below. You type in with the old keyboard what you want to know or what you want to say. I'll go ahead and type in my keyboard when I get the notifications, and I'll go in and reply. Also, if it's a good question or if it just provides any type of insight or anything, I'm going to have like a fan mail day because I really want to connect with the people who watch me and follow, and I think this is fun. So stay tuned with my little adventures and see where we go. Take care.